Dark secrets of the Russian Empire. What if I told you that the Russian Empire was built on deception, betrayal, and hidden horrors? A kingdom of grand palaces and golden crowns, but beneath the surface a world of secret prisons, ruthless assassinations, and forbidden experiments lurked in the shadows. The Romanovs, the dynasty that ruled Russia for over 300 years, lived in constant fear. But why? What dark forces threatened the most powerful family in the empire? For the feared KGB of the Soviet era, there was a secret police force so brutal, so terrifying, that even the Tsars themselves feared losing control over it. What was their true purpose? And how did they silence those who knew too much? And perhaps most chilling of all, deep within the empire, hidden from the world, bizarre and inhumane experiments were carried out in the name of power. Some say Russia's rulers sought immortality. Others whisper that the empire's scientists were creating something even more terrifying. For the USSR, Russia was ruled by Tsars, absolute rulers with absolute secrecy. But today we pull back the curtain to reveal the dark secrets the Russian Empire tried to bury forever. Are you ready? Let's begin. The Oprichnina, Russia's first secret police. In the 16th century, Russia was gripped by fear. A new force emerged, one so ruthless, so unpredictable, that even the most powerful nobles trembled at its name. This was the Oprichnina, a personal army created by Ivan the Terrible, and its purpose? Absolute control. Dressed in black robes, these enforcers rode through the streets with severed dog heads attached to their saddles, a warning to anyone who dared betray the Tsar. But the real terror happened in the shadows. Hidden torture chambers, where men and women were forced to confess to crimes they never committed. At Ivan's command, entire towns were wiped off the map. The Oprichniki burned villages, executed thousands of nobles, and left no witnesses behind. It wasn't just about punishment. It was about instilling paralyzing fear. Perhaps the most infamous event was the massacre of Novgorod in 1570. Thousands were drowned, burned, or hacked to death, their bodies left to rot in the frozen streets. Some say the rivers ran red for days. But why did Ivan create such chaos? Was it paranoia, revenge, or something darker? The truth behind the Oprichnina remains one of the most horrifying secrets of the Russian Empire: the disappearance of Grand Duke Alexei. In the dark chapters of Russian history, few mysteries are as perplexing as the disappearance of Grand Duke Alexei, the youngest son of Tsar Nicholas I. A royal by birth, yet seemingly erased from history, Alexei vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers of conspiracy and speculation. Official records claim Alexei died young due to illness, but many doubt the official story. Some believe he was secretly exiled, a victim of palace intrigue, perhaps a threat to the throne. Others whisper of a royal betrayal, that his own family arranged his disappearance to prevent a potential power struggle. But then, the strangest stories emerged. In the decades that followed, mysterious men appeared in remote Russian villages, claiming to be the lost Grand Duke. One legend speaks of a monk in a secluded monastery, bearing an uncanny resemblance to the Romanovs. Another suggests he escaped abroad, living under a false identity to avoid assassination. Was Alexei murdered? Was he hidden away to protect the dynasty? Or did he defy fate and live in secret? His fate remains unknown, but one thing is certain: the Russian Empire was built on secrets, and some may never see the light of day. The Siberian exile system. Russia's frozen hell, Siberia, a land of endless ice where temperatures plummet to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It was a place where the Russian Empire sent its enemies, but make no mistake, this wasn't just exile, it was a death sentence. For centuries, millions of prisoners, rebels, and political dissidents were banished to Siberia. The journey itself was a nightmare. Weeks in cramped, disease-ridden carts, traveling thousands of miles across frozen wastelands. Many never even made it to their destination. But for those who did, the real horror awaited them. Hard labor camps where men were worked to death in freezing conditions. Mines, forests, and remote settlements where prisoners were starved, beaten, and forced to endure unimaginable suffering. Some were sent to Kolyma, known as the Land of White Death, where prisoners dug for gold in permafrost with bare hands. Others were left in isolated tundras, forced to build settlements that would never be completed. Starvation was a daily reality. Those who tried to escape were hunted down or simply vanished. Political prisoners were the most feared. Many were never seen again. Some say they were executed in secret, their bodies buried beneath the ice. Others believe they were used for inhumane experiments, tested to see how long the human body could survive in extreme cold. The Russian Empire never spoke of these horrors, but the truth was buried beneath the snow, where countless souls remain frozen in time. The imperial experimentation labs, hidden deep within the Russian Empire beyond the eyes of the public, secret laboratories existed, where science and cruelty collided. These were the imperial experimentation labs, where prisoners weren't just punished, they were used as test subjects. Rumors suggest that biological and medical experiments were carried out in the name of progress. Some prisoners were deliberately infected with diseases, their suffering observed to test new treatments or new bioweapons. Others were subjected to bizarre surgical procedures, all in a twisted pursuit of enhancing the human body. Perhaps most chilling were the Empire's attempts to create super soldiers. Experiments with strength-enhancing drugs, nerve stimulants, and even genetic manipulation were rumored to have taken place. The goal? A warrior who could survive in extreme conditions, feel no pain, and obey without question. And then there was alchemy, a secret obsession among Russian elites. Some say scientists in these labs worked on early chemical warfare, developing toxic gases to be used against enemies. Others believe they were searching for something more, a way to extend life or even achieve immortality. History's darkest secrets don't end here. If you thought the Russian Empire was terrifying, check out the bloody end of the Russian Revolution, betrayals, executions, and the fall of a dynasty. Click now to uncover the shocking truth before history buries it forever. Watch it next.